Jasmine.
And I'm Chris.
And welcome to Movie Convos with Jasmine and Chris. So today, this is our first movie review we've ever done, so bear with us. So for our first movie review, we are going to do Child's Play. We went to see Child's Play yesterday, and oh my gosh. Okay, first let me just start off. I'm not the type of girl you go see scary movies with. Like, if you don't want to be embarrassed and you don't want, you want to be all underseen and not really be seeing the movies, don't bring me. I'm that black bitch in the movies, like, don't go there. What the fuck you doing? What we really doing? Oh hell no. Like, I'm loud. You gonna hear my reaction. I can't help it, because when I watch movies, I'm naturally in the movie. Like, it's me.
Oh no.
Bitch, what's the... Go get him! Hit that bitch! Oh, here we go. You get me shot. Ooh, my toe! Ah! Shit, let's go! Let's go! Fuck this bullshit. Let's go. Bitch, I ain't ready. Ah, bitch, behind you! Oh, shit! Oh, Mama dead.
You are ruining our finances.
Mama dead. She dead.
So, you know what I'm saying? If you ever been to the movies with me, you know this. I'm sorry. I get that disclaimer before I even start the movie with you. And I was like that all during Child's Play, because I'm like, I don't play this shit. Like, this is the stuff I don't do. Like, I don't like being scared, but I like going to scary movies. And Child's Play was the perfect movie for me and him to have a great experience. What you think?
Yeah, you had a great experience. Even though the theater was pretty empty, it was still embarrassing. He was coming up to her after the movie talking about, you were so loud and funny. I was just enjoying you, not even the movie. And I was just, first of all, we've been going to the movies for a long time.
Years.
And it never gets any easier going to the movies with you, because you just, sometimes, and then you grab me so much. And
I'm pitching, I'm all here, I'm here.
It's just a lot.
So let's go ahead and start and get into the movie. So, Child's Play. Classic movie. I think everybody has seen the movies before. It's very classic, and
People refer to it as Chucky. You seen Chucky?
Yes.
Chucky 1 and 2 and 3.
So we're going into Child's Play. It starts off classic. Andy, insecure child that goes and he doesn't have any friends, and he's looking for a friend, and single mom gets him a buddy. Now, different about this Child's Play versus other Child's Plays is that this Child's Play is like Chucky 2.0. Like, it's like today's version of Chucky. Like, it's connected to Caslan products, so it can connect to all your smart home devices. And I think that was one thing I really liked about the movie, that it wasn't like playing based off of the old Chucky, because a lot of things are being remade now, so I didn't know if it was going to play still off of that or it's going to be brought up to today's version. So I like that, what I'm saying, Chucky could connect to your TV, your phone, your car, your smart devices in your car. And I felt like that brought a heightened experience with Chucky in the movie.
Yeah, so like one of the earlier scenes was like it's showing Andy like sort of syncing Chucky to the cloud so he can turn on the TV and things like that. And then another feature that I liked too was like Chucky was really like a robot, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was just a doll in the first one.
Damn that.
You had to pick him up. One scene, like, Andy was walking in the room with Chucky, and Chucky was just walking along.
I said,
no.
I said, that ain't no motherfucking doll.
Yeah.
That ain't no doll.
And let me just get this off the bat, just first and foremost. Chucky's an ugly doll in this movie. I don't know.
Yeah, he looks completely different.
It is ugly. Like, that's one of the ugliest dolls I've ever seen.
Like, I was like, okay, Chucky, I'm expecting old Chucky, throwback Chucky. Like, Chucky had all these different facial features. Like, it looked like he had like Beverly Hills plastic surgery. Like, his face was just like all different, and he could do all these facial expressions. He had his hair slicked back. He still had the modern day outfit, but his face was just totally different. I was like, this is the brand new Chucky. I said, Chucky just got a bad facelift, you know?
He just didn't look good.
But the fact that Chucky could walk and respond and do all this new stuff like he was like brand new, like a real thing, that was a little bit too much for me.
Yeah.
You know, I was a person, throwback when I was a kid, like I was scared of toys like that, you know, and now Chucky can talk and respond and have full-fledged conversations. I ain't ready for all that for Chucky, so I just couldn't do that. So
yeah. And then also, so sort of comparing the original versus this reboot or whatever. So in the old one, you know, Chucky was what do you call it when you put your soul into another? He transferred his soul into so he transferred him into the soul of a body. So Chucky out the gate was already automatically evil. In this one, though, he starts off very like innocent and childlike.
He wasn't trying to transfer no souls.
Yeah, and so he was learning the world and learning all these like violent things and cussing and all this other stuff. So I like that about the movie too. But that's just to kind of set it up. But yeah.
Right. So basically, like, I like that this was a new Chucky. And, you know, Andy begins off weary of him, like, you know, this is just something that's different. But at first he starts accepting him because Andy doesn't have any friends. You know, Andy's just by himself, you know, and he has a single mom. Mom works and has this, like, douchebag boyfriend that, you know, only wants mom to himself. And let me tell you about the boyfriend. When he was first introduced, I was like, I know this motherfucker about to die because he was just, I was like, characters like you don't live during movies.
Yeah.
Like, he was horrible. He hated Andy, treated Andy like crap.
Just a jerk in general. Yeah.
And then how Chucky took it on was Chucky was like, Andy, you're my best friend. So anybody you don't like, I don't like either. And I was like, oh, so Chucky a ride or die. He's like not trying to get into my soul. He trying to be that ride or die friend.
Very protective.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I like that. So
At first. Yeah.
I'm like, I ain't asked you to kill nobody for me, but I'm down for the ride or die.
Listen, the cat accidentally scratched Andy in one scene.
Bitch.
We looked at each other like, oh no, it's a wrap for that cat.
Oh, hell no. So basically, like, the cat the cat scratched Andy.
Yeah.
Chucky was like, damn, Nat, you ain't fit to scratch my friend. Andy leave for 2 seconds, come back in, Chucky's just
choking that motherfucker.
Motherfucker, you about to die today. You about to die today. I was like, Chucky, wait a minute. If it's like this for a scratch, what the hell you gonna do for something else? And then just escalates and just gets worse and worse as the movie goes along.
With different people and stuff like that. So
Right.
like, they watching scary movies, and you know, him and Andy's friends are like laughing at this people like stabbing each other and stuff like that. Then Chucky grabs a knife from the kitchen. He starts walking in thinking it's like fun and games. It's just like, oh, it just gets bad. But it just starts growing and growing and growing.
Right. Chucky's like that friend. Chucky wants to earn Andy's trust and love, but he is an overprotective friend.
Right.
And that's the type of friends, you know, you love them, but you know, you can't have, they're a little scary. And like, Andy starts to gain other friends, and Chucky wants to just be his only friend.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, there's this black guy named Mike. He's a cop that's in the movie.
Mike.
He's a Detective Mike.
Mm-hmm.
And his mother lives in the same apartment complex as Andy, and lives right next door and everything. And basically, Mike starts, you know, recognizing Andy as this isolated child, and just basically starts conversations with him. Automatically, when I saw Mike, I said, oh, you the only black dude up in here, you dying too, because black people don't live through scary movies. We don't live, we don't make it. So I'm thinking, okay, Mike, you know, I'm not even supposed to really get attached to you because you about to die, bruh. Like, you about to die. But his mom lives in the apartment complex, and her name is Doreen. And Doreen's sweet. She stay in her apartment. You know, everybody, you know, the apartment complex is very calm. And thing is, it's just like Doreen, basically, let me tell you about Doreen. So Doreen, how can I set this up? So Andy, let me go back. Let me go back a little bit because I'm getting a little ahead. So let me go back. So Andy can't stand the boyfriend, Andy's mother's boyfriend, right? So then Chucky sees that, and Chucky sees that the boyfriend is mistreating Andy, and he can like record everything you say and everything you do, and it's like stored up into his memory.
Yeah.
So basically, to get the stepdad back, Chucky goes and kills the stepdaddy. And I'm sitting here thinking, okay, now how the fuck we gonna get the stepdaddy and everything? So come to find out, well, not the stepdad, the boyfriend. I'm sorry, I keep on calling him
the boyfriend.
Yeah, the boyfriend.
I call him a stepdad because he's just a guy walking around there.
At first, I'm sitting here thinking, okay, the boyfriend. But come to find out, the boyfriend got a whole nother family. He got a wife and 2 kids out in the burbs, and he just come to visit his side chick in the city every once in a while. I'm just sitting here just like, what the hell?
Dash.
So basically, when the boyfriend goes home one time, while he's basically checking in, putting his ring back on, he goes out, tries to fix some lights on the house, do some, I guess, daddy, father, family stuff around the house, and Chucky kills him. Basically, Chucky, how can I explain this?
I don't know if it's like a tiller that tills the land or whatever, but it's like real sharp. So like it's heading towards him.
Well, it started on the ladder.
Yeah, so he was wrapping the Christmas lights around his.
Yeah, so basically it was like holiday season, and there was Christmas lights still on the house, and basically like Chucky was like, teasing him on the ladder, like knocking the ladder, but the stepdad didn't even know where it was coming from. So I was just, he was like, okay, what's going on? And then accidentally Chucky knocks the ladder down, and the man is wrapped up in these lights. And then I guess it's a watermelon patch that they have in their yard and everything like that, which I thought was odd. Like, why? Who has a?
It was weird. I thought, has
a watermelon patch?
I thought it was like figurines for like the yard or something like that, but it was a watermelon patch.
Right.
It was dark. I don't know.
Right, and then like Chris said, it was like a tiller, and Chucky turns the tiller on, and it starts plowing, and you can tell that this man's about to die.
Yeah, it gets hooked onto the Christmas lights, and so it's pulling him in and in and in. Finally, he's like putting his hand on it, and it stops. Then of course Chucky jumps out the blue.
I was like, oh hell no!
Big old knife. And I think he slashes his throat or something, or stabs him.
He stabs him.
Yeah.
And then I think like 13 times.
The police said like 13 times. Yeah, and then the tiller eventually, I guess, wipes his face off.
So basically, so basically like the detectives, like, people, the murder is reported. The black detective whose mother lives in the same apartments as Andy comes, and he's like the main detective that searches the crime scene. And when they find a man with no face. I was like, what the fuck we doing? Like, Chucky on some new shit now, killing? Like, he ain't just killing people and leaving there. Like, he's skinning faces now? Like, is that what we doing? Like, is he like the faceless man like Arya in Game of Thrones? Like, is that is that what we doing? So
it puts it on a pumpkin, not a pumpkin,
a watermelon.
Then wraps it up in gift wrapping paper.
I said, who does this?
Oh no, they wrapped it up in gift wrapping paper.
No, yeah, like.
But Chucky put it on his desk, yeah.
Yeah, so Andy just wakes up some random time, and it was just like, and he wakes up and sees like his basically mom's boyfriend's face wrapped in a watermelon. And Chucky's like, here you go, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, Chucky, why did you do this? And he was just like, well, he replayed when the boyfriend and the boyfriend and Andy had got into it.
Yeah. When
they had a confrontation. So Chucky's just trying to be this ride or die friend, and I feel like that was a different take versus the old takes of Child's Play, because all the other ones were just like Chucky was trying to possess his soul. He's trying to get somebody's body.
He was trying to lure Andy in to be his best friend, so that way Andy would trust him, so that way he could take his body over.
Right, and now it's just like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, Chucky just wants to be his best friend and please Andy to like the fullest, right. And which is really scary, because I'm like, I ain't trying to, no new friends, bitch. I ain't trying to be like that. Like, I'm like Drake, no new friends. Like, you ain't gotta be my ride or die that goddamn much ride or die.
He's doing too much.
Right. One part that really does stick out with me, that I was just like, the first scare I had is when Chucky's first night, and Chucky was like just standing over Andy in bed and just playing this song. And Andy woke up and Chucky was right there with them big ass blue eyes. I was like, wait a minute, player, I don't do this. Because anybody know me, I don't play with my sleep. Don't do with me in the sleep, and don't be standing over me because I'm already scary. Anyway, I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And Andy was just like, go to bed, Chucky. Like, I'm like sitting here like, why the fuck am I having full-fledged conversations with this doll telling him to go to bed? Like, what's up with that?
Yeah. First of all, I can't say this. The doll's ugly. I'm saying it again. It's just so anyway. So when you open your eyes up and you see this ugly doll looking over you, it's just gonna creep you out. And those blue eyes was just illuminating the whole time. And so it's just he started off like he came out the box creepy, and
right.
He was like a defective unit or whatever. Oh,
right.
That's some opening scene about the dude messing up all his programming. So it took all the safeguards out, and that's the whole reason why Chucky is acting the way he does. Because Chucky Buddy. His name was Chucky anyway. So the Chucky doll isn't supposed to be cussing or doing all this other stuff or learning anything new. He's supposed to have all of these like safe protocols in place so that way he doesn't do it. Because this is for like a kid's doll. Right. So some guy in either Vietnam or Taiwan, China, somewhere.
Whatever they make the dolls at.
No offense to anybody. But he programs and he takes all of that stuff out so that like he can learn anything that he wants. There are no safeguards at all. Then he jumps out of a window
and kills himself.
I don't even know why. I don't even know why, because he was getting fired that day. But then he was just like, F it. I'm just gonna make this Chucky doll crazy. He puts the chip in the Chucky, puts him on the shipment. You know what I'm saying? And then
it was basically like, if y'all gonna fire me, I'm gonna say fuck all y'all.
Yeah, I don't even know. He's having a bad day or something.
Right. So basically, the boyfriend dies, and Chucky skins his face, puts it on the watermelon, gives it to Andy. Andy's just like, calls his friends that he has gained. Oh my gosh, y'all, Chucky done killed somebody. What the hell am I gonna do? I gotta get this motherfucker out of my house. So they were just like, okay, we gotta kill Chucky. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, before that though, the cat. Chucky had already gotten the cat by that point.
Yeah, we talked about that.
No, we just said he sliced the cat and was choking the cat. Yeah. But then he actually killed the cat.
Yeah, he did.
Anyway, but yeah, cut to the boyfriend. So they're trying to get rid of the boyfriend's head.
Right. So basically, like, they were like, okay, we gotta get rid of Chucky. How can we get rid of Chucky? So basically, like, how they get rid of Chucky? What happened?
I don't know if I'm getting my timelines mixed up. I remember they took this little thing out.
They lured Chucky into a room. Yeah. And then the friends were hiding behind a door. And then once Chucky enters the room, it was basically like all free for all, bitch, let's get him.
The friend knocked him upside the head. Chucky fell down. They all pinned him down. They were trying to get like the little, they was trying to get the little Iron Man core, whatever the thing is, this battery chip, whatever. So they finally got that pulled out.
That's an expensive ass toy if Chucky got on.
I know, because it used to be.
How much you spending for Chucky?
3 batteries in the old one. I don't know what this is. But so they pulled that out, and then finally Chucky died or whatever, and then they.
And then they just like basically wrapped him up and just threw him down the dumpster. But then they still had to get rid of the head because this is evidence to a crime. So basically, like, they wrapped him up in Christmas paper and they were about to dump him and everything. But then, like, Andy's mom caught them leaving the room, and she was like, what is that present for? Because they wrapped it in gift paper. I'm like, bitch, why the fuck did you wrap this in gift paper? But they had to get it out the house. So, like, they was like, oh, well, this is a present for Miss Doreen, the detective's mom, the black dude's mom. So then mom was like, well, let's just go give it to her then. Like, let's all just go give it to her. I was like, oh shit, we fucked now. We fucked. Like, how the hell we gonna get out of this one? Yeah. So basically they go and,
But Andy plays it cool because Andy's just like,
But Andy lying at the same time because he was like, I wanted to give you this gift because you've been helping me with my homework. I said, bitch, you ain't been doing no schoolwork. What the hell you doing?
And he kind of gives the look like, because you've been helping me.
Play along,
with my
bitch.
Schoolwork,
Play along.
But yeah, so they do that, and then
and she a cool mom because she played the part too. She was like, oh, thank you.
She did. But then Andy was just like, because she was gonna open it right there. But Andy was like, no, wait, my birthday's in a couple weeks. we'll open it together then. So
Think about on your toes,
Yeah.
boy. Stay on your toes. Stay
she's
on your
about to
toes.
get caught up.
Okay, caught up.
So Miss Doreen was cool, and she puts the thing on a shelf in her house or whatever.
And she really was gonna wait a week for his birthday. I'm like, wait a minute, you give me a gift and you gonna tell me when to open my gift? This is a cool mom, because I'm just like, who do that? Like, who gives a gift to somebody and just be
Right.
like, hey, I need you to wait
Right.
until a week to open this,
That's true.
so we can open our presents together. Like, I ain't never heard some ish like that, but
That's true.
you know, to each his own.
You know what? Because I would have been peeped it open. I
Yeah.
would have been.
As soon as the door closed,
You
bitch,
wouldn't
what you
mind
did me?
if you give it
What
to
you
me
did
eventually.
me?
Yeah. So we get the story mixed up. So after they give Miss Doreen the head, then they go and take care of Chucky, and then they were talking amongst themselves. They're like, "Well, we still got a head that we have to figure out what to do with or whatever." So then he goes back to Miss Doreen.
Right. So Andy's trying to figure out, like, okay, Miss Doreen has this man's face. How can I get into her house and basically steal this watermelon face head back? So basically, like, previously in the movie, he was the detective was like, hey, whenever you want to come get some food or get some grub, come over to me and my mama's house and you can come, eat on something.
Right.
So I was, so he uses that, like, hey, can I come over? And the detective's like, yeah. So they're all eating and stuff like that. And you can tell stuff is being set up because Miss Doreen's like, I'm trying to be on this app and everything, and I'm trying to get the bingo. Can you show me, Andy, how to work
Castlin Carr.
Castlin card.
Oh, man, Miss
Mind you, Buddy, aka Chucky, is a Castlin product, and he can connect to all of Castlin products.
But wait, let's first explain what a Castlin car is. So I thought it was just like an Uber service. No, it's a self-driving car. So Miss Doreen was trying to get Andy to set up this thing so she can go to her bingo from a car that drives herself, kind of like Teslas or whatever, right?
Right.
So once I saw that, and so anyway, go ahead and set it up
So basically, like Chris is setting it up. So basically,
so bad.
So basically, Andy helps Doreen get, set up this app, set up the time where the Castlin car can pick her up from bingo. So it's like either that same night or a next night or whatever and everything. So she sets it up.
Oh wait, we missing a big part. Because Chucky, we have to talk about how Chucky got back to life.
Yeah, but can we?
Oh, okay, sorry. We'll cut that out. All right, go ahead. Miss Doreen.
So basically, like, she sets this app up, right? Andy sets the app up, and then they go, like, the detective and the mom go into the kitchen to do something, and Andy basically steals the head and then runs off and everything, so that way he has the head back.
Yeah.
And he just basically dumps it down the dumpster. But at the same time, while all this is happening, Chucky ends up getting back to life because the janitor of the whole apartment complex finds Chucky in the dumpster and wants to bring him back to life and refurbish him and sell him. I'm like, bitch, why? For what? Why?
Yeah. So, first of all, this guy looks creepy too. And when we first saw him, we thought it was Jack Black.
Right. I was
It looked like a weird
who
version of
is
Jack
this?
Black, like his creepy younger brother or something. So anyway, he's come to find out, we always see this guy fixing these security cameras all across the building.
Right.
Come to find out, he secretly has like a feed to all the cameras. He's put cameras in everybody's apartments,
Pervert.
in Andy's mom's bathroom, on Detective Mike's mom's, Miss Doreen's living room. So he's watching all the people in this building, just spying on him, right? So this guy finds the Chucky doll in the dumpster. He decides to put Chucky back together, essentially, right? Because he was trying to sell him on eBay or something like that.
Right.
And so I forgot he did something. I don't
He
know.
ordered Chucky a new battery.
A new battery, right.
And put it back into Chucky.
Right.
And Chucky became back to life, but still, even though he had a new battery, it's still his evil self.
Right, so he's still super evil, yeah.
Right. So while Chucky is like on this like board, just like, like he's having surgery. Operating table, thank you. Like, he sees the feeds of Doreen and Andy and the detective having dinner together. And Doreen, while having dinner, you know, Doreen thanks Andy for, you know, hooking up the app. And was just like, you know, you're my best friend, Andy. Chucky didn't like that. He was like, bitch, you gotta die now. You trying to take my best friend.
Once I heard that, I knew it was a wrap for Miss Doreen.
I was like, God damn, we gotta kill the old bitch. Like, why? Like, why we gotta kill her? Like, Miss Doreen ain't do nothing to nobody.
But I felt like there was still a chance.
For
I felt
her.
like there was still a chance.
She black,
Because
she
these were-
dying.
No, they were likable black people though. So anyway, so she get in the car, she goes to bingo. She gets in the car, she goes to bingo. Because Miss Doreen was real cool. She gets in the car, she goes to bingo. And so the Castle car pulls up to the front door. She see her friend. She say, hey.
She thinks she
Hey.
cruising like, hey, bitch,
So then,
you see my whip.
So then she's about to get out, but the car starts reversing. She's like, wait a minute. So it reverses all the way back.
She talking to the
Whatever.
phone, hey,
Yeah, stop.
stop,
Help.
out.
So then she does that. Then the car starts driving all around the parking lot. Then all of a sudden, we see Chucky standing there. So the car pulls up, and it's Chucky, and he's doing like this ET thing where he's like controlling the car.
Andy's my
With his
friend.
finger.
I'm like,
Yeah.
bitch, you can have
You can
Andy. Ain't
have
nobody
Andy.
trying to have Andy. You can have this boy. Ain't
Not
nobody
even
trying to
worth it.
have him. Mm-mm.
Yeah. So eventually,
He
man.
kills her.
He kills her. He kills
Kills
But I
her.
thought she was gonna make it out. I thought she was.
Basically, like he whipped that car, like we was in the, in the stunner video, just whipping that car around and everything. And then after that, it was just like he stopped it, and then he unbuckled her seatbelt, which I was like, I didn't even know you can even do that.
Yeah.
And she still didn't go flying through the window. Like, but ultimately, how did Doreen die? Like,
Because he had the car smashed into another car.
Right.
And he unbuckled the seatbelt, but then she did it at the last second.
Right.
So she was still alive. And then she started hearing the sound.
Right.
In the car. And Chucky started singing. So then eventually, I think he came out the back or something. And
he was in the back of the car and started
Eventually got
stabbing
her.
the shit out of her. I was saying, oh damn.
at least they
Doreen.
didn't show her get killed by Chucky. But man, it was sad. Because when Detective Mike finally saw his mom, it was like,
He was like, damn, she
he
gone.
was mad.
Right. So basically, like, after all this, I'm just like, well, how the fuck we gonna stop Chucky? You know what I'm saying? So all these kids are, you know what I'm saying? So basically, Chucky leaves and starts becoming somehow this other black boy's Chucky now, and he owns him.
So Chucky killed the creepy Jack Black guy.
Right.
And then he got placed on the front door of the other black kid, of Andy's friend.
Right. Right.
We don't know nobody's names in this movie except Miss Doreen and Mike. So he got placed in front of old buddy, and this kid's a jerk too. And so the new black kid, she's like, man, I got this new Chucky. It's way better than yours. He works right, you know what I'm saying? So he goes and Chucky's doing all these tricks, and Andy's like,
Come to find out, that's the old
That's
Chucky.
still the
bitch.
old Chucky.
This is not the Chucky you want. I'm trying to save your life. Like, you don't know I'm trying to save your life.
Start with you.
So basically, all the kids get out and everything, and Andy's like, I can't leave my mom. Chucky still got my mom and everything. So Andy go looking for her mom, for his mom, and Chucky got his mama, got a noose around her fucking neck, and I was like, oh hell, he just a hanger.
Yeah, but then Detective Mike.
Yeah.
It looked like he was down and out because he got
hit by a drone.
He got hit by a drone, and I was like, man, I thought he was gonna make it. That's the second black person in this movie.
I told you he wasn't gonna make it, but he did.
But he did.
He came through like, bitch, I got you, Andy, and everything, and shot Chucky. At the end, after Andy saved his mom from being hung in the back of the warehouse of the store. Overall, y'all, we pretty much gave you the majority of the movie. It was basically here and there. I would suggest that you go see this movie, just because it's a great rendition. What's the word?
It's a reboot.
It's a great reboot of the old Chucky, and it gives you new. Gives you new views, and it's a great thriller. Keeps you on suspense, keeps you on your toes, and I really highly recommend you go watch this movie.
Yeah, I had a good time. I was a little nervous at first just because I didn't like the new direction that Chucky was going in, learning all of the new stuff, but eventually how it ended, when everything just sort of ramped up from the beginning, I thought it was great, man. And normally I don't like reboots at all. But, Aladdin surprised me, and this one surprised me too. So, I'm down for the reboot.
Right.
But I had a great time. Man, I'm going to interject some of Jasmine's reactions because it's terrible. Y'all understand how loud she is in these scary movies. She is so loud. And in a room full of...
I'm going to be me, boo.
She says that, but no, she's going to stop being herself. So loud. I'm so surprised we didn't get kicked out of this movie.
I'm gonna be me at the end of the day. Like I told y'all, I like being scared, but I don't like being scared. So this is Movie Convos with Chris and Jasmine. I hope y'all enjoyed this movie review. We're gonna be bringing you a lot more of movies that we like to enjoy and sharing our reactions with you and just our take in the movies. Hit the subscribe button down low, and if you like this movie, press the like button and just keep on following us.
Yeah, write a comment. Let us know what you enjoyed about the movie review or what you enjoyed about Child's Play. What was your favorite part too?
Right.
But we'll be back next week with another movie review.
All right, y'all.
See you later.
Peace.
Out.